Hey everyone, welcome to another Third World Garage video. Today we're going to be talking about the Mini Cooper. And this is the beginning of a kind of a series of videos that are going to be done on this car. See, I put one of those cheap canopies you can get at Walmart for 40 bucks up, just so I can work on it. And it is hot today. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning and it already feels like it's almost 90. And unfortunately that's Florida at the end of May, beginning of June. So I just got to deal with it. You may notice that it's sitting down on a jack. Well, the problem is I bought new shocks for it, and unfortunately the shock mounts themselves, which is just in this case the bushings that hold it to the mount, they had failed. It did come with a new bump stop, but unfortunately I had to order those parts and I'm waiting for those to come in now. So one of the things that I did, and we're going to talk about today, is I tested, the air conditioning hadn't been working all that well. So I tested the air conditioning, and yeah, I found that there was pretty much no refrigerant in it, but it was still pressurizing. A very strange condition. So it wasn't shutting the compressor off or anything. It's still getting 40 psi, but there was no actual refrigerant in the system. Somehow it was pressurizing regular air. So I had to find the leak. What I used is this. Now, the astute among you will notice the price tag of $10 at Goodwill. I paid half that because it was a half off sale. So for $5 I got this. And these are about $80 on the used market, maybe $50. At least at the pawn shops that I found them at. So kind of interesting. But what I'm going to show you now is how to detect a leak in your evaporator coil. And if you hear that, that's why the transmission's coming out. That horrible grinding noise. And that has to do with the reverse idler gear. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on our leak detector. And we're going to very slowly play it over. And you can hear it. Or top vent. And it is a very slow leak. But we can just barely detect it. Unfortunately though, this is one of those leaks that you really can't find on a car with the leak detector die. You see we're getting the flashes of red, and as it keeps and as the air conditioning warms up and pressurizes, it's pushing more and more refrigerant out of the system. Now, I am not going to go into how to do the actual work. And if you're wondering why, somebody I know died doing air conditioning work because they accidentally released the air conditioning system in a van with the doghouse removed, full-size van, and it went into their lungs, and because it likes to rest at the lowest place, it wouldn't come out of their lungs. They suffocated to death. Very awful way to die. And I'm not having that liability, but just don't inhale the stuff. If you ever release this, hold your breath, get out of the area as quickly as possible. Take a fan, blow the area clear, whatever you have to do, but just do not inhale this stuff. Do not let other people inhale this stuff. It is very dangerous to inhale refrigerant. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. And, well, let's actually try this. I've never tried the sensitivity up. I guess it's unmet. Yep. But anyway, that is pretty much the only way you're going to detect a leak in an evaporator coil, or in the O-rings of the evaporator coil, or to the expansion valve. Now, when I do the job, I will say this much: I'm going to do the expansion valve, I'll do the evaporator coil, and I will also replace the receiver dryer. Like I said, not going to actually go into what it takes to do that work because of the dangers. The other thing I want to do is the trip computer here. The display goes very dim on a hot day. The odometer, not so much. So I probably will go into a repair that I've been thinking about for this, with reflowing the solder on that board. But I'll only show it if it actually worked. Anyway, I hope you found the video informative, and if you did, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you had a problem with the video, or you just want to make a general comment, I always appreciate comments and do try to respond to all of them. And so please feel free to comment below. Thank you and have a good day.